Check, check. Sunday morning. Way too early on a Sunday morning to be playing video games. But the only time during the week that I can squeeze out a session, and I do mean squeeze with much labor and gnashing of teeth, because we'll be playing more Hades. As I keep complaining about the game endlessly, which I'm sure is very fun to listen to, especially if you actually like the game and appreciate its positive qualities. But I'm still here to play more of it. I was somewhat looking forward to playing more of it, so that's how they get you. Had a fun Stardew Valley session last night. I wish I could play that game more frequently. It really is fun. You know, something about that, though, is... I think I've mentioned this on the stream before. I say that as if anybody currently watching this would have remembered this, but there was some research showing that people say that they enjoy things more when they take breaks, like when they're interrupted. So rather than just playing something endlessly until you get sick of it, or until you're like, okay, I'm done with this for now. Like, getting interrupted and like, oh, I wish I could have played one more hour. Makes it more fun. So there's that. Oh wow, I'm staring at my Steam library and I just saw a game in there that would be really fun to show on the stream sometime. Cortex Command. Man. It's funny how obsessed I've been with games, like, over a long period of time, that, like, there's some games on my list that I haven't even played them that much, but it brings back a lot of memories of, like, when I first found out about the game and I was just following its development over a long period of time. And there's, like, multiple games I have like that. Cortex Command is one of them. But we'll get into that later. So yeah, I don't know. The problem with Stardew is really don't want to play it by myself. Want to play when my co-op allies are available. So we'll see. We'll see when that happens. And this is also one of the rare streams where I actually am coming into this at my daily peak, which is right after I've had my espresso. Well, it's not just espresso. It's I guess you'd call it a macchiato. That's what I've been doing these days. I've finally started to really master my lever action espresso machine. And I say that though if I was a face cam streamer, you would see I would show you the scars I have to prove of my struggle against this machine. Like, I not 30 minutes ago burnt myself on this thing in multiple places because I failed to respect it. I got a big head and I thought that I had achieved domination over this device, but no. the lever action espresso machine is perhaps the most anthropomorphized object in my entire house. But yeah, macchiato. I started with I want some milk and some steam. Like, yeah, that's good. And I was going for more of a cortado. This is very, very exciting stuff here. If you're not into coffee, well, and I don't even know if these are the right terms. There's like specific meaning for what is a cortado, what is a macchiato, like how much foam versus milk versus espresso they have, which is why I was ranting earlier about, hey, let's maybe not be so hot on the mic and peaking it and completely ruining the stream. But yeah, cortado is a little bit more milk than a macchiato is like, it might not even supposed to have just like a dollop of foam on the top and like nothing else, but I had a little bit of milk. I think a little milk potentiates the caffeine in the coffee. Oat milk, of course. If you have, I've never really directly talked about it, but if you've been paying attention to Stardew streams, which nobody's watching any of this, so that's fine. That's one of the perks of being a zero viewer streamer. But yeah, I am vegan, so I go for the oat milk. And I gotta say, Oatly Barista Edition, if you're looking for a great vegan milk, like creamer to use, is it creamer? Well, whatever it is, it's thick and it's perfect for coffee, so highly recommended if you can find it. That is until something horrible comes out about it, like, you know, it has like elevated levels of some obscure chemical that like leaches from tires or something. Oh no, everything nowadays. But oh no, this is not going to turn into one of those doom and gloom streams. I should probably not mention that stuff. There's chemicals in everything, and we're just finding out all the wonderful ways. Every day brings a new wonderful discovery of how our natural environment and the food and things that we rely on were actively being polluted and with harmful chemicals, and the people doing the pollution knew about it and did everything they could to keep it under wraps. But, you know, maybe less frequently than you would like, there are efforts being made to curtail those things and fight back against them. Now, should we have been doing this ideally 5 or 10 years ago? Yeah, it would be ideal. But we're not just completely letting everything go to shit. You know, I always wonder, like, am I talking too long? It doesn't matter because nobody's watching. Again, perk of being a zero viewer streamer. But I think about some of the streams that I watch, and they sometimes have really long, like, pre-stream rambling, so I feel justified. But yeah, it's one of those rare streams where I actually came into this with as much energy as I possibly will have, energy and enthusiasm as I possibly will have during the day, which is nice. I don't usually get to play games in that state, and that really sucks. Because, like, I really push myself during the day, and I use caffeine to help with that. Specifically, like, with exercise. You know, I know if I have kind of a caffeine budget throughout the day, I don't want to go above 300. I don't really want to go above like 400 milligrams. But I know when I take it, it's going to help me work harder, like if I'm exercising. So Unfortunately, that means well, and also on a typical day, I get everything done during the day, and then night is when it's time to stream, and then I just have no energy. So maybe I will, I don't know. I keep going back and forth on whether I want to cut out caffeine or not, but it's really tough, because it's not just about, oh, you stop it, you're just having withdrawal, so push through it and then you'll come out the other side feeling better. I'm not really sure about that. I kind of need that cycle of mood boosting throughout the week to help break up the monotony of work. Maybe I could find other ways to do that. Not that my work is monotonous, I actually really I don't completely hate my job. Actually, there's a lot of things that I like about it, but still, you know, it's nice to have that break, that ritual, and then that like mood boost, you know, as opposed to just being kind of like flat and like at a constant energy level. It's nice. I think it's nice to have kind of a cycle, but I don't know, maybe it's another thing is I'm just like possibly overtraining, and that's making me super tired. This is me debugging my my life planning live on stream, because I want to have more energy for my other hobbies other than, you know, fitness stuff. So I don't know, I gotta rest a little bit more than I probably am. It's just when you first start something, it's easy to overdo it, and I think that's what I've been doing, is overdoing it. But eventually that catches up with you and you'll just have no choice but to rest. That's starting to be what's happening. Anyway, yeah, I think after a nice cup of espresso, I could probably be down for anything, any game. So why not try to finish this run of Hades that we left off on last time? Let's get on with it. Oh, that's interesting. Oh god, in OBS, never make this mistake. When you can like copy, when you're setting up scenes, you can copy sources, and if you just do a normal copy paste, it pastes by reference, meaning if you make that a change to that object, it affects every scene. And that really screws with me sometimes. Sometimes it's really useful, so it's nice that they have this feature. All right.
Oh, I didn't see you coming.
Welcome back to Hades. My continual complaining, and yes, mad because bad probably is in effect here. My continual complaining about the game will probably continue every time. It's funny. If you've been watching, when I complain, it's usually after something happens to me, like I make an obvious, not obvious, like I obviously make a mistake, just because of, you know, lack of the mechanical skill required in this game, and that's when the complaining really sets in. But at least I have some self-awareness of it, huh? So we were in the middle of a run. It was going better than I thought. I thought, you know what, this is probably going to be the last run of this game, and I probably got more extreme and said, this is going to be the last run of any Supergiant game ever, because I am so mad about this game. But it started going actually somewhat okay, and I was like, you know what? Let's continue with it. Let's at least finish this run, which will end frustratingly. But also, the loop of this game is built around not succeeding at a run every time. This isn't like Jupiter Hell, where it's like, oh yeah, you're not getting any sort of recognition of your accomplishment until you complete a run. But also with Jupiter Hell, I'm like, hell yeah, let's fire this up and do this again. So we are going for, I'm just trying to remember where we were at. It was only yesterday, I think. So we got Hangover. Bull Rush is one we've been trying to use more. And if we get Weak and Hangover on an enemy, that's really good. What is inflicting Weak? Cast. Ugh. Yeah, so we got to be casting more. The problem with cast is, let's take a look at what our cast looks like. What was that? Why are we casting backwards? Oh no, that's that's Artemis effect. But yeah, look at the range on this. I was really surprised. I don't understand why the range on the cast is so low. And it literally says it right here. Your cast is a wide, short-range blast that inflicts weak. Again, mad because bad. Anyway, let's continue. So we're going to try to use that cast, but
to the top.
It's tough. If we can debuff an enemy with a cast and then inflict Hangover on them, that'll be good. And I'm trying to keep my distance more, not run into the thick of things. Let's make sure it's loud enough. This game is so hard to get the audio balance right, and
lots of exalted shades between me and the exit.
I think that's good to have a really dynamic audio mix in a game. Like I wouldn't count that against the game. It's just a little bit troublesome to deal with streaming when you don't want to think about trying to compress that. Hermes or, well, I think our build is really focused against Hangover and Weak, so I think we're just gonna go with the Palm. Let's try to keep try to play it safe. You know what was happening? Why I wasn't doing as good at this game as that was just a complete mechanical failure on my part. I pressed the wrong button. I'm thinking more about what buttons I'm pressing.
He's fully recovered.
Oh yeah. We can stun these guys too, so could have gone better. Wow, they came out swinging. Definitely be careful of those spear statues. Come back here, cowards. Damn. So, yeah, I was treating this kind of like an action game like Bayonetta or like DMC. Devil May Cry. Blunter Moth says, hey, just subscribe. Love your Jupiter Hell stuff. Very good. Sadly, I cannot stand Hades, but that's a me problem. That's a me problem as well. I could not stand when I watch a lot of streams, and I could not stand when people were streaming Hades. But at the same time, I want to play it, so that's why I'm playing it. Thankfully, I'm not going to be playing this all the time. But thank you for subscribing. Your attack is stronger. Which one of these do we want to level up? Let's go with Deadly Strike. Yeah, it's funny. There's a lot of games where I personally wouldn't want to watch people stream it, especially not Hades, which has been done to death. But also, like, I want to play certain games, and I'm like, well, I might as well stream it, you know. That's why this stream happens. There's not really much reasoning behind doing the stream other than... Whoa. Rogue Persia, yes. Blundermoth mentions another game, Rogue Persia, and I've seen some gameplay of that. Looked interesting. It is a platformer. I guess it's kind of like a homage to well, Prince of it says Prince of Persia, like the original 2D version. Yikes, I'm getting destroyed.
Perfect.
Say I guess I've written off platformers quite a bit nowadays, and that's one thing that made me wonder about trying Rogue Persia. I was watching somebody who I watch a lot of their content, especially back when they were on, you know, running Giant Bomb, is Jeff Gersman on YouTube, The Jeff Gersman Show, etc. He was showing off that game. I was watching it. My favorite thing of his, incidentally, is he does this series called Ranking the NES, where he's playing every NES game. Trying to. I mean, there's a limit. The series has been going on for quite a while. That's just a random tangent. There we go. There's that Death Defy. I'm playing this very badly, so I'm actually not getting frustrated because I know that I'm doing a bad job and I know that I could do better, but... It's because I'm talking. I need to shut up. I think I need to give that game a closer look. Rogue Prince of Persia. See if there's anything about it other than the platform, the fact that it's a platformer that looks appealing. Bull Rush is pretty good. Let's keep pumping upgrades into that.
Not finished yet.
Yeah, I basically ruined the run because I was talking. This is something I need to get used to. I always want to start talking when I enter a new room, which is the worst time to do it. Oh, this is the end of the run, right here.
No.
Wait, I never challenged you. The entrance to your chamber looks like any other pathway in it.
Want to step into my chambers?
So, Been a while since I fought him. Doesn't he jump? There we go. Oh, he psyched me out on that one. What is happening? I just don't understand why that ramming attack doesn't get stopped. I just need to look it up. Where's my casts? There they are. How long does he keep that up? Okay, go to a wall. Okay, I'm officially enjoying this game. Got a piece of me. That's okay. Yeah, I've been playing this like more of a... I used to play this like more of an action game, just kind of like hack and slash, like DMC or Bayonetta, and that is not how this sort of game should actually be played. You have to think a lot more about your actions. More like how you would in probably a Souls game. Not that I would know, because I played Dark Souls 1, and I did not finish. I got stuck on Ornstein and Smog, or Smog, I don't know how you pronounce his name. And I actually successfully beat them once, but the thing was, I wanted to defeat the big guy first, because I wanted the weapon that you get. Like, you get different loot from them depending on which one you beat first. So I actually did beat them, but not in the order that I wanted. But at that point, I was kind of done with all the, like, corpse running and stuff like that. I just felt like it was wasting my precious gaming time.
How about this, contractor? The fated list of minor prophecies. That sounds somewhat exciting, I suppose.
You requisition that useless
And, you know, I was reading
document.
some reviews about Hades. This is something I do. It's like a guilty pleasure of mine. If I am frustrated with a game, I will go and look for like negative reviews of a game to help me feel justified in not liking it, even if I still plan to play it. And people are pointing out like other people were pointing out they just really don't like the like character design
For now.
in this and the voices. So I felt a little bit validated, but like the reason I don't like the character design, I don't even know. Like, it's not. I can't put my finger on it. Like it just doesn't appeal to me. Maybe it's just the Supergiant quote house style doesn't appeal to me. It's just like cartoony. I don't really like the... Obviously, it's way more... the character portraits are much more elaborate than, you know, you would have in an actual, like, animated cartoon, but... yeah, I think there's something about that style that just... I never really like how that looks in games. Anime is fine, but... this sort of style, for some reason, I don't know. Who are we going to gift? So we have... think the bow means that we have yet to give them the gift. I don't remember. Now I'm starting to... I thought that there was a way to know whether we had given somebody nectar. Well, I can at least talk with her,
What
right?
do you want from me?
I was just checking up on you.
I'm not interested in having company, especially from...
As much as I don't like her voice that much, because of like all the weird effects, but I do like her character, especially because she basically got replaced with her sisters, because you know, Zagreus' dad, is his dad called Hades? Ugh. This is what we have the codex for. Yeah. Hades is not this place, it's his dad's name, or I think it's his dad. Wanted us to not have such an easy time going, and so that he's basically saying to Meg that she's not good enough to guard the first level, and her sisters are objectively stronger. But I wouldn't be surprised if they put Meg back and then she's like powered up or something. Like she's harder to beat.
Nyx, I have to ask you something.
Your mother yet live.
I think I turned out okay.
You know what I want to do with the boons? I think we're done here. Or what I want to do with the nectar of the gods is...
Hey, that must be the fated list.
oh yeah.
Pleasure doing business with you, Fates.
Okay, it's a bunch of little
Interesting lot.
side objectives. That's nice. That is a lot of stuff to do.
The fate abetting prince, perhaps.
Oh no, not this determinism thing again.
We actually have 10 keys now, but I think we want to save those for a shiny new weapon, just as we're getting used to the shield.
Don't suppose I can talk.
Not a chance, boyo. I'm...
Okay. Let's see what's in here. Twin fists of Malphon. Our strength combined surely cannot be stopped.
You can hold X.
Pause. That would have been my pick.
You can do this, which has a very unclear... huh. Does that knock enemies up into the air? Dash strike. Dash upper. Alright. So, we have Nyx. Okay. I clearly... my method for remembering who I've given this stuff to is not good. So we have Nyx, Charon, Hypnos, Meg, Dionysius, Sisyphus. So we will hold on to this nectar and give it to some god that we encounter in the run. What is that? Dark Thirst. Shall we escape? Back on our bullshit.
For me,
We already have Dionysius, so we're not going to give him Nectar.
Sometimes I have to.
So we're going to get Hangover again. Don't know what we're going to be using now. We don't really have a long-range option other than Cast. Oh, it's Holmes. I think that's just default now. We'll just have to see how these fists do. Also get a sense for how much damage the cast does. Oh, that explosive damages enemies too. See, I'm trying to play it a little bit more heady and think rather than just rushing in and mashing buttons, which is how a lot of action games go. You know, you start to get punished for that sort of thing. I'm sure I was the same way with Binding of Isaac. Let's see what that Y does. I do not like these guys. Don't really want to try things out on them. Okay, it doesn't seem to knock them in the air. You can combo pretty well into it though. Ah, good to know that these guys, and this is a really good thing to do also, is just hang out and let the enemy play out their attack pattern. You can get such a good sense for things if you do that. Like, I remember somebody saying, I believe it was, I don't actually remember whose video it was, but they were saying to like get good at Bayonetta, to turn, like, close your eyes and practice parrying just by the audio cues alone, or to just hang out and watch the enemies and see what they do and not try to attack them, so that you understand the enemy's behavior like fully before you just rush them down and start attacking. I think that's really applicable to a lot of action games. It should be obvious, you know, but I don't play that many, so I always am having to reteach myself things. Like, for example, the fact that that laser has limited range on it. Not limited enough to matter in this tiny arena. And I think I need to stop dashing so much. In general, I probably need to lower my APM, because I'm just kind of reflexively dashing every time it's on cooldown. And that means I don't have it when I need it. And I'm not making a decision, an informed decision to dash.
Easy.
I didn't even have 2 dashes. So I'm using my cast a lot more. Not because of my build, just because I want to get into the habit of it, especially if I have a weapon that is long, or that is close range. That didn't need to happen. I was just, I really don't like that. I always complain about this, but it was the spike trap. I was looking at the spike trap, and that's why I got hit by this projectile. That's okay. Even if I don't learn some fundamental new thing about the game, still develop mechanical skills and visual processing skills every run. Yeah, I just don't like how these are hidden, like obstructed. It makes them less...
New styles.
they don't stand out as much. Special, which I have not been using that much, but these are all tied to the special. Charged shot. AoE. Wow. That's really interesting. If we can finish off enemies with our special, we get some HP back. Gotta be careful with that. Ah, see, that's tough. There we go. So my resolution is I'm just going to stand here and not over dash, and I'm only going to dash when I need to. And that's going to be how I practice, how I try to get better at these enemies. At all the enemies in the game. We only have one god, so do we want to go? I think that would be Athena. Why not?
Let's go, lads.
So if I move at a walking speed in a circle, are they ever going to be able to hit me? If I get stuck on terrain, yes. That, of course, I got hung up on a pillar. Okay, that's what's getting me. I didn't realize that they had this ability to throw the
Had enough.
vials in an area around them. So I don't think we have... I really wish there was a way to remember who I've given stuff to. It's Athena, right? I don't think we've given it to her. Let's see how this codex changes if we gift her.
To you, goddess.
Well, it simply isn't in my nature to allow.
Okay.
Lady Athena, thank
The
you.
first heart filled. Okay, maybe that is what we need.
I so look forward to our meeting face to face among.
Dash traps. I suppose this is the most useful one at this point.
The backup.
Again, I'm not going to be too concerned about my low health. I'm just trying to... Oh, so that's unfortunate. The hangover procced and finished him off. So my uppercut didn't. Again. That's the trick with this ability, I guess. Gotta time it. Gotta wait for the hangover and then finish them off with. Do we want to do a trove trial? I'm not sure that that would go very well. And it's just for meta progression. Actually, these are both meta progression. I don't think they can reach me. He just offed himself. Part of it is not just learning the tells for when they're going to attack, like what indicates that they're going to attack, but it's also like knowing how quickly that tell lasts. Or telegraph.
On my authority.
Because those dashing guys really sometimes catches me by surprise how short that that telegraph animation is.
If I could take a minute of your time.
Yeah, we've been due for one of these.
Damn it.
These traps, yes, they are. Again, gonna try to not dash unless I think I need it.
Nearly made it.
You lived through all of that.
Now to collect.
Did. Dashed right into the traps. I do not like all these skulls with armor.
Lord Uncle Zeus.
Now isn't that mouth on the twin fin?
I meant to give him nectar. Cast doesn't have any modifier on it. Let's get some chain lightning going.
Who's getting punched?
Oh, see, I underestimated the duration of that.
Oh, yes. Good enough to eat.
So I would do Electric Shot or Drunken Strike. Attack, that requires us getting in close. Drunken Strike does. But
Stronger still.
it doesn't, it's easier to apply it at a faster rate because the cast doesn't get stuck in an enemy. Because unlike the cast, the attack doesn't get stuck in an enemy. Oh, I guess we get to do it again. I suppose we could level both. It seems like they progress at a fairly linear curve in terms of leveling things up. I could be mistaken. So in some games, you're incentivized to max out. You focus on one thing because successive levels give you more, like exponentially more benefit. But in this, I haven't seen that just yet.
Is it going to be?
Good question.
I'm back.
Well, you're no god. You're nothing but a piece of trash.
You seem to have me all figured out.
Well, pain.
Trying to remember what she does.
She's charging up.
My dash has a reflect on it. Her rage is going up.
Now you've done it.
Oh, bad timing.
She's powering up.
Oh, darn. I thought my attack would come out before that.
You.
Yeah, that was bound to happen. Still think I played that decently well. Better than last time.
Found you.
Still, took a lot of damage.
Well,
New
I'm trespassing through your secret hall and going up.
Athena. Oh, and this is Black Shawl's just about to rank up, so let's do that.
I see you, Tartarus. Clear. Love that sulfur smell. What now?
Gotta remember with these guys, they have some okay, first of all, it's the on death thing. That's what gets me. The other thing is they have the ability to, like, you got to be careful not to stay too close to them for too long of a time, because they can, like, scatter the bombs in an area around them. I keep doing it. It's because I'm trying to finish them off with my special.
Enough.
And that is proving to be a distraction. Because I'm trying to do that because it regenerates HP. But I don't know if that's a good thing to focus on. It's clearly causing me problems. I think it is, because otherwise I won't learn to do it. See, some of them can just create an explosion right at their feet. So I remembered. I didn't remember. It's so hard to remember. It's because I'm focusing on when they're alive. I'm just like writing them off after that final hit. I got that one.
Time to collect.
Okay, at least the last two guys I didn't get hit by their on death effect. Some health or some boons. I think we're gonna go with boons. I think I gotta keep taking those risks even if I know that I'm not up to them in order to get good at the game. Special inflicts hangover. Don't use the special that much. I do kind of like the move speed reduction.
It isn't wise to go against me.
Damned either way, I guess. Guess he's upset. And don't come back.
Didn't have enough dodge to stay out of that lightning. Yeah.
I did not become ruler of Olympus by forgiving trespasses, young man.
Well, I feel like I
Keep at it.
was getting better with my new way of playing.
Why, you look like someone who just got beaten silly.
Right. Wonder what jobs the house contractor has.
I wasn't avoiding Zeus lightning enough in that level.
Prince, your father.
That's quite all right, Dusa.
You know what the Dusa sounds like a Tomodachi. If you've played Tomodachi Life for the 3DS, they have these computer generated voices, and yeah, Dusa sounds kind of like that if you crank up the pitch.
I've known. I'll give them hell as you want. Call my chambers a mess. Look at your desk, Father. Whatever happened to your court musician, huh? Where's it?
My desk is far more organized than you, Paul.
Sure, happy to oblige. Oh. Contractor, mind locating the court musician's sentence when you get the chance? All right. If this isn't a good expenditure of resources, then I don't know what is.
What is it that you're on about?
I saw you took possession of the list of minor prophecies.
You offer something called...
You know exactly what is necessary and no more.
That's somehow reassuring.
Still hanging on to that nectar because I want to remember to give it to a god that gives me boons. I think since it's so cheap, we can afford to boost Boiling Blood to max, and then we'll just hang on to keys.
I think that should do it.
And I think we'll keep using this.
For you back there, boyo.
Skelly, you mentioned the ancient bit of blood I found.
Wouldn't know a thing about it. Definitely doesn't have anything to do with those.
Unlock those first, then, huh?
Cool. There's more to unlock.
Which one?
So we maxed out Black Shawl. let's we have Overflowing Cup. I like Hangover. I'm getting more used to it. But I don't like the I don't know. Sometimes the constant damage is throwing me off. We have at least 2 stars in this. Let's do Owl Pendant. Because I think we want to be leveling these keepsakes up in runs. We don't want to pick one that we've already maxed out. But I think that's going to do it for this session of Hades. So we'll see you next time. And that will not do it for the stream. I just need to take a quick break, and I think we'll be back. Already have the game open, already getting into it, so I think we'll play a little bit more Hades, even though I have to say, this is probably not the most entertaining game to watch. But it's what I'm playing. So we'll be right back. Couple minutes. All right, back. You know, this stream is just showing me how important my energy levels are for enjoying gaming, or any hobby for that matter. Something to consider when I'm figuring out how to spend my time. Like, I enjoy things more if they line up well with my caffeine intake, or if I'm not super drained from working out too hard. It's tough though, because I'm just really have my mindset on my fitness goals, and I just want to get to them faster. But there's a lot of things like this where they say, you know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So you have to choose strategies that are more sustainable, even if they don't seem as fast. Well, let's get right back into things. Welcome back to Hades. I think we've hit well, you know, there's peak. I guess we have passed trough Hades, which is where my enthusiasm for the game was at its lowest, and it's starting to turn around as I'm starting to actually try and actually play the game with the requisite amount of energy and enthusiasm that it requires in order to enjoy it. Some games are a turn your brain off game, or a game that you can play at a low energy level. Hades is not necessarily one of those. Although I guess you can kind of grind through runs not expecting to get anywhere. So we're going with the Athena boon, starting to level that up. We got the fists. Let's get it on.
Watch where you step, you oaf. My house is not a sty through which to track your filth.
I'll have to be more careful.
You bear my owl pendant.
Is this game about childhood trauma? Attack can deflect. That's pretty cool.
Divine protection.
Because our attack is so rapid. Try not to spam dash too much. Slow and steady, and careful, methodical, calculated actions. Even if it means I'm gonna be getting hit a little bit.
Never enough of these back at the house.
A little bit more often because I'm taking my time. It will pay off in the long run. This is an interesting concept that I will hopefully remember to talk about after I clear the next floor. I'm gonna try not to talk too much.
Come on then. Something.
It's an interesting concept of you'll actually do worse. Sometimes you have to change your strategy so that you actually do worse in order to get better at something. That was something I remember when I was reading about racing. There was a book called Ultimate Speed Secrets, and I was reading it so that I could get better at VR racing sims. And one of the things they talked about is if you drive too carefully so that, you know, you're not on the turns specifically, if you are going too fast into a turn, you will slide, and that's not good. But if you are driving, if you're careful to avoid sliding, you'll never know what the real limit is. Driving the limit, that's where you are going just as fast as you possibly can without losing traction. And that similar concept. So in order to actually get better at driving, you have to sometimes take the risk of going over that limit. Otherwise, you won't end up driving the limit. You'll be driving slightly below the limit, and you won't be pushing you won't be taking that risk. It's like, oh, I should never slide. That means it's bad. But no, you got to drive and sometimes lose traction so that you can really get a feel for what is the point at which you lose traction. And it's like that with other games. I remember back when I played League of Legends, that was the thing too, is you would start to get kind of a defensive, passive play style, and not try to fight, you know, commit and try to fight other players because you were scared of dying. You have to take that risk sometimes, and you have to die in order to learn what situations you are able to win a fight. So that's an interesting concept that can apply to a lot of skillful activities. Getting worse before you can get better. Not being worse before you can get better, which is a fact of anything. Any skilled activity. But actually changing how you play so that you're breaking out of your local optima. It's another way of thinking about it.
Night.
There's a very basic idea in machine learning.
Juicy.
Specifically optimization. So if you want to, if you have like a 2D plane and you've got hills and valleys, and the goal of the machine, you want the AI to find the lowest point. Like, what does that algorithm look like? And if you just tell the algorithm to go in the direction that slopes down, you will find a local minima. So like you might find if it started pretty high up on the graph, but there's a little dip, it'll find the center of that dip, but it won't break out of that. In order to break out of that, it has to go up in the direction of where the height is increasing, so that it can then find an even lower local minima. And it's like that with skillful activities too. You have to change your strategy up, and sometimes as you're doing that, you're going to get worse. But you're doing that because you know that greener pastures lie beyond. And that's hard to do if you don't have some sort of like guidance on like how to do something well. Which I don't really have for this game. I could easily get it, but some things are pretty obvious. Like I know how I need to be changing my strategy in this game in order to do better in the fights.
Pests.
So holding B doesn't autocast. I need to remember that. Unless I have the ability that makes that happen. These guys don't really have a melee.
That's something.
I guess we're being railroaded into Zeus.
Hey lads.
Okay. These are the guys that get me. See, that's the thing that gets me, is when they do that panic and they throw 3 bombs in every direction. And the on-death one. So my solution to avoiding that is to not hang out by them for too long. Nice, no damage. So chain lightning, revenge. I never like these revenge abilities because I just don't want to be getting hit. I like that.
Lord Zeus's strength.
I need to give Zeus a boon, or a nectar, because I don't think I've done that. I keep forgetting. Yeah, I don't think I have. So let's do that. I love that. That made short work of them.
You're nothing.
There's no reason to get in close and risk getting attacked in melee range. I want this just because I don't want to forget to give the boon to Zeus, or the nectar to Zeus. Even though this is going to be a hard room. Oh no, it's not going to let me give it. That's too bad. Shoot. That sucks. Well now, who do I actually want? I don't really care.
I am most grateful.
I like static discharge. So what does Athena do?
One in our family.
Forgive me, Athena.
That. And now I get both.
All is forgiven, Zach.
So special can deflect. Resist damage. I have not been using special. I should be doing that more. So let's try to use that. Not enough gold for Charon. Let's try to figure out what special is good for.
Feeling good.
Don't have to actually collect these.
Hello. Now you be careful out there,
I think I might have got.
Sure thing.
Thank you, mate.
Safe travels.
Brimstones.
Stones. That's what they're called.
Over there.
So, if we can clear out those little chaff enemies fast, it makes those rooms a lot easier. Chain lightning is very useful in that regard.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Hangover dash. Store HP. Let's do that.
Time to feast.
I do like that chain lightning.
Time to face the Furies. Tisiphone.
Have not beaten her yet.
How?
Oh, I meant to dash through that or punch it back.
The walls.
Should have seen that coming. Double dash and then an attack. Haven't learned her patterns. Dash, dash, oh. Did better against her than last time, considering last time I lost.
That's one way to prove I'm innocent.
Enjoy the searing heat of Asphodel.
Give gifts to Zeus.
Let's see here. That's enough Tartarus. Made it to Asphodel.
So if we have deflect, we can punch to deflect projectiles, but it's not that reliable. Unless you're really good at it. So you can always just dash through projectiles. See. That was bad. I was locked. I wasn't locked. I could have dashed and avoided that. Yeah, the punching combo, there's some points in it where there's kind of a delay that leaves us vulnerable if I'm just holding X.
Got some zest. Which way?
I could go for some healing.
What? Singing? Here?
Come on in.
Actually don't know what this is.
Hey, you must be the Hades kid. How's it going then, Your Royal Majesty? Nice to meet you. I'm Eurydice. What brings a...
Hi there. No need for formalities, I'm Zagreus.
Well, don't you have your hands full?
random boons gain 1 level. 2 random boons are upgraded to the next rarity. I don't know what the difference is between these.
Careful, it's hot.
Cheers.
Like, what is an increased rarity versus an increased level?
I'll see you.
Bye.
Keep moving, or you're gonna get exploded on. I guess the point of the special is
Next. You kill me,
the area. Covers a wider area than his normal attack.
a gift.
Managed to not get hit by the on-death effects. I guess we're going here.
Moving right along.
Not enough money for the shop.
Barge of death again, huh?
Ooh, he can do that right at his feet. Gotta remember that. Maybe that's all he does. Almost dashed right into that. Not good.
Uncle Poseidon.
Poseidon. Well, we've got 4 nectars. Is he due for a nectar? I think he is. He is. Sure.
Uncle Poseidon, it's been...
Oh, I am positively moved.
I thank you, Uncle.
Biotians.
Meta progression and some obols. And health. Oh, that's interesting. Initial damage bonus. That could be helpful against a big swarm of enemies. But in a larger arena, it means we will need to close the distance fast.
Come on, let's fight.
To get in there, once their shield is down, we can wail on them and rely on that hit stun. Maybe the intention with the Y is you're supposed to do your combo and end it with Y. Kind of like a 2-button combo. It's like da-da-da-da-da, Y.
I'll just take that.
Kind of works. We'll try doing that combo more. Ah, it wasn't fast enough to keep him hit stunned. Good to know. I got hit twice in this area. One was because I dashed in without really being ready. Or I was rushing because I wanted to use the effects of that ability. Things that make you rush in this game are problematic for me. That AoE stomp gets me. I wasn't I know that the main guy can do that, but I don't remember that these can do it. I almost got hit by it again. That I dashed in right as he was starting. I missed the tell. I should have maybe waited for the next cycle. That guy has a lot of attacks. Damn. Well, at the very least, this is forcing me to learn the enemy's attack frequencies and patterns a lot better. So I felt like as much damage as I took in that fight, I came out of it with more knowledge for the next fight. I think I already death defied. Didn't I? Oh, I have the hardest time knowing. Does that one mean that I have one left? Or does it mean I have one total and I don't know how many I have left? Keep leveling up Owl Pendant. Do like Athena. $35 obols for 10%, 30% healing. No thanks.
Get out of this damn heat. Check.
Haven't gotten to here in a while.
Pleasant temperature.
Sometimes dangerous to just wail on them like that. Because sometimes they can attack, but it's not a true combo. So they can attack in between your... Oof. Been a while since I fought these enemies, so that's going to happen. He can really just blast out an attack without much warning.
Modified. I can still fight.
Oh, they can hit from so far away. Well, they do have spears. They also seem to have some power armor. Can't just stagger them. Oh, and the spear statues. These things always get me because they just blend into the background. That's okay. Yeah, those spear statues, because I haven't been to that area enough to get comfortable.
We just found out that some types of butterflies are incredibly dangerous, especially.
I'll get right on that.
Your enemy is not the wretched dead, and not your father, lad. It is the underworld itself.
The underworld itself. Ought to spend some of these gems with the house contract. So tell me something, father, if you please, since we're more candid lately in regard to matters of my birthright here and all. Did you and mother...
I thought I told you never to invoke her here. Be thankful that you have no blasted...
Sure, that's fair enough. It's just not all such things occur as planned, as I am told.
They'll blast my brothers and blast you as well. All those who know me know I have no...
Heartwarming. Hey, that's the court musician's sentence. Long past due.
Oh, I didn't realize you could spend these here.
In the name of Hades, I commute our court musician sentencing effective now.
Ah, Orpheus.
Anything else I can spend those weird resources on? I think these are all cosmetic, yeah.
Oh, hello, Zagreus. I understand you liberated me from my eternal punishment.
Orpheus, you're back. Look, don't get on Father's bad side.
I grieve for you, my friend.
It's all right. Father can't make you sing if you don't want to.
You appear to have grown stronger since when we last interacted, child.
Your faith in me means a lot, Nyx. came to pass. Tartarus is gloomy enough without Orpheus in it.
I think the game's loop has managed to finally draw me in. You gotta not play it like how I play some other roguelites where, like, you don't win a run, it's a failure. It's a complete waste of time. No, that's not... It's not that punishing. Keep going with the owl pendant. Whoops.
Just need to get from here across all that.
Remember to give nectar. So you could charge special. Again, I hate charge attacks. 90 AoE is pretty good. I don't do dash strikes that much. Let's try Quake Cutter. That's cool. I think it helps our combo. It makes our combo a little safer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gotta remember that it's 5 if you do 4. It does that last punch. It buffers that last punch in the combo. I've had it happen sometimes.
I'll destroy you.
So we'll try to do that combo more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why?
As promised. That's what you get. Goddess Athena.
Your father Hades.
She just makes our attack stronger. Can't complain about that. Very solid choice, Athena. Be careful of those platforms.
Felt something.
Oh, bad. Double bad, triple bad. Casters with armor. I do not like that. Try to get those casts on them so they take more damage, and then dash in and finish them off. That's the strategy I gotta go for. Both meta progression items. I think I like this one. I want to get those keepsakes. It feels like progress. Oh, the range on that is... seems like it's longer than usual. Could be wrong.
Welcome.
Special can deflect. A deflect also makes exposed, which increases backstab damage.
Strength of the goddess.
Not how I wanted things to go. Ah, these platforms. I'm used to the spike platforms. This is cursed. Ah, this layout sucks. I have a dash attack. I never use it. I don't use my dash strike enough, so maybe that's one of the reasons I was struggling in that area, because a dash strike was very much called for. I need to try to use the dash strike more. I didn't realize it is actually a different... Sometimes I thought it was no different than a regular attack, so I didn't really... see the value of it, but it lets you stop your dash where you want, and in this one it actually does this arc. So that's pretty useful. Hits in a wide arc.
That's who I think it is.
Sisyphus.
Tisiphone.
She is, although I think...
Appreciated, Prince. You got it.
Sadly, we'll be going with healing.
So long,
Once you got their patterns dialed in, they become a lot easier in isolation. Emphasis on in isolation. And maybe don't dash into enemies. It's a little late on that timing. Yeah. So I took damage on one of those places because I dashed into the enemy and then I used another dash and I didn't have one when I needed to escape. So if I can just walk into them, then that leaves me with 2 dashes as I see fit. Let's see here. Wait. Math time. 200, 325. I can buy them all.
Doing business.
I knew that foul.
Don't have any dash effects, I think, so maybe we'll take Blade Dash. Or I don't know, maybe we'll take Battle Rage. That seems pretty
Hit the spot.
nice to have E. As opposed to one that replaces my dash that I would then like to swap out for something else.
Time for Tisiphone, maybe? Guess I was wrong.
Look who's back.
I have to level with you, Zagreus.
Can't imagine why not. We had a lovely time getting to know each other.
You don't know what you're saying. There's a reason that they're not permitted in the house. Though, come on. One of us is going back there now.
Is she gonna be like stronger this time? Oh.
You want a taste of this?
Good. It's too focused on dodging the projectiles.
Requesting immediate assistance.
Oh no.
Come closer, Zagreus. Catch this. Jen.
Sorry, Meg.
Got you. Mine.
The Erinyes, known also as the Furies. They are the trusted sentinels of...
They'll just have to try harder next time. Won't bother asking how come all my keepsakes are here. Till next time, Tartarus.
So do I need to deflect an attack in order for the expose to actually happen?
Hot up here.
It didn't look like exposed was triggering. What is that? These guys can jump. You can get over here if they want to. Yeah, I dashed right into their attack. That's the thing that's unfortunate. When they're telegraphing right as you decide to commit to an attack, that can really get you. Sometimes it's better to wait until you know they've started a new cycle. So right after an attack is done. That could have saved me there.
Strength. Which path? Whatever, let's try it.
Transgressions are not tolerated.
Rise.
I need to look for better help.
There we are.
Oh yeah, it was one of those. I've not been messing with those portals. Oh, do we go with Hermes? I don't think so.
All aboard.
I've not been impressed with Hermes' abilities. What does this guy do? Do they take damage in the fire? I thought enemies didn't. That's interesting.
Feeling stronger.
I like that.
She's always singing.
Majesty?
From within the humble residence of...
You watch yourself, old man. Eurydice.
Oh, that's awful sweet of you, Your Royal Majesty.
Thanks so much.
Hey, it's the... For you.
Ooh, that's good. Bye now.
See you.
This could be interesting.
Barge of Death, you're here.
The ability, not the Barge of Death. Save that explosive, but it's okay. Shoot. So one thing I'm learning as far as dash timing goes, you can use one dash to run in, but make sure you have a dash to dash away. Make sure you always have an escape dash ready. So have I gifted her? Ah, I always forget the button. No. Why not?
Lady Aphrodite, I am...
Lasting relationships are built on reciprocity.
I'm honored, Aphrodite.
What shall we do here once you finally arrive? Perhaps we could go out and meet some mortals.
Like that. Damage and weak. These guys just look a little bit too similar. If he wants to stand on the lava, he can. Gotta be careful. The enemies are just as ready to attack when they spawn as you are. So you can't just think you can get up in their face. Ah, no. Oh, I didn't realize this guy was over here. Shoot. I rather would have finished him off first. My other, there they are. Nice. That's kind of what I wanted. Athena and Aphrodite.
Favorite.
I think Athena's easier to deal with, so.
Why, thank you, love.
That would shorten the range on my cast, which I don't want. Don't really like these. No. Increase max life. I guess that adds up over time. Damage reduction. We're gonna take damage. I should have gone with the damage reduction.
I thought we were on better terms.
Had to choose. Let's give her a show.
He's homing. Quite a bit. Just gotta use hit and run tactics. Whittle away. Ah, that special really locks me in. I need to be a little bit more thoughtful about when I use the special, because I keep getting hit.
I'm empty.
See, I keep doing it. I keep doing it. It's because I've been really practicing that XY combo, and I need to stop.
I'd say I've bickered with you.
Dash deals damage and can deflect. Cast can deflect. These are both pretty nice. Let's do this.
The Shield of Light.
Give our cast a little bit more damage.
Let's think about this. She'll keep me going.
Guess we realized some benefit from that Aphrodite upgrade.
Bone Hydric, you look positively smashing.
Nice, nice horn colors. Don't get locked into that combo. Always what's getting me. Oops. There we go. I wanted to get those before he starts the next phase. Oh, that reflects, can do a lot. I didn't realize. Did 3 of those. Sometimes he does. Sometimes he does 5. There's my casts.
And don't come back.
No paradise awaits you, boy.
Still leveling up Athena.
Next region. Elysium.
Gotta remember, these guys are not to be trifled with. There'll be so much that you can do to stun them. The sword guys aren't as bad as the spear ones. Careful not to overcommit with that special. That's what's been getting me this whole run. I guess I have some ability to interrupt. Ah, that thing just turns into a gigantic hitbox. Gotta remember that too. Yep. Ugh, I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting it to do more of an animation, not just to become a hitbox. Oh, we're store up to 100 HP, huh? Oh yeah, I'm sure that'll go well.
What's mine?
My coffers are not yours for pillaging.
Now let's be reasonable, man. Damn it, what's come back?
Damn. Well, at least we'll get some HP.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it was bound to happen.
There. Satisfied?
And my key.
Ah. And right, you can't just hold X. They will attack after you finish your combo. But if you do the XY combo and time it right, you should, it seems like you should be able to get off without them being able to interrupt.
More.
Shot that projectile at me. These guys do that? Oh, I guess they can. Didn't realize they could do that. They got a lot of stuff they could do.
A centaur heart.
Well, maybe not that much, but more than I thought. Not used to these guys at all. Pretty much taking damage every attack. Oh, the spear statues. Dash strike pierces foes and damages armor. Ooh, that seems useful to
There, that's it.
get into a group of enemies and pop that off. Especially if they have armor. Dash strike. Dash strike. Gotta remember that. 350. Have we given Hermes anything? No. Oh no! Oh, that's confusing. I did not mean to do that. Complete waste. Sorry, I didn't realize it was giving it to him and not Hermes. More dashes. That I don't like that because that's gonna throw me off. I'm like gonna get used to having 3 dashes this run. Dodge chance, sure, why not?
One cannot put a
So this lets us damage and also inflict weak if we do a dash strike.
I hear something.
Dash strike on armor.
Approaches.
Uh-oh.
Thought you could just get away from me, did you?
Thanatos. I figured it was only a matter of time before Father sent you after me to do his dirty work.
Zagreus, is that really why you think I'm here? Let's see how many of these exalted champions you can send back to their dooms, unless you'd rather I would send you back to yours. Here come your father's forces.
Let them come.
Understand. What am I supposed to do? I don't understand the mechanics here. It seems like he just kills things in like one shot. Can I try to keep enemies away from him? I didn't really get that. I didn't get how I can influence him.
You left without so much as...
I left when it was necessary then. I thought of you and...
That's more motivation than I've ever heard from you.
You mean to fight with me barehanded this time, short one? I'm not ashamed to say that.
Wouldn't say the twin fists of...
I was hungry enough.
2. Jump. 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 2. Jump. 2. No jump. 2. Jump. 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 Oh. Gotta let him jump past me. 1, 2, jump. Oh! Got too greedy. 2, jump. 2.
I can't.
Too greedy. Does that. 1, 2, jump. Oh, okay.
Stand down.
Pretty good on him.
You've earned your passage. I go now to recover.
Got you, Asterius. Lord Ares.
Oops, I should have given him a gift. I never use call. I keep forgetting that it's a thing. Special inflicts doom? Sure, why not?
Kill or be killed.
Alright, well, I think that's gonna be long enough for one session, so we will be back next time with some more Hades. Had a few runs, learning, trying to actively play in a way that will let us learn better to deal with enemies. And I think that's been going good, and improving my enjoyment of the game. So we'll be back next time. You thought I was done streaming. You thought wrong. Almost getting to that point, at least for this session of streaming, but gonna take a BRB and be back with more Hades right after this break. Right, back. We are ready to continue with some more Hades. Let's get right into it. Welcome back to Hades. As usual, in the middle of a run. Going okay. My focus these past couple runs has been trying to get better at the game. So trying to be more deliberate and not just mash buttons. And I think it's working. Still a few enemies, especially as we get into the later stages. There's a few enemies that I don't really have downloaded, so to speak. You know, knowing all of their attack patterns and the timings on them. But once we get a few more runs under our belt where we're getting nice and far, that's going to start happening. Especially in Elysium, that's, I think, where I struggle the most. There's also the traps in Elysium. That's another thing that I keep getting caught by. Gotta keep an eye out for them. Wish I had any idea what just hit me. Gotta say, I don't like... I have a hard time with the animations of some of these enemies in Elysium specifically. Just a matter of time. And not overcommitting. Every time I press Y, always that risk. Gotta remember I have dash strike. Stabbed me in the back as I was running away. And that's a war crime. Just don't finish my combo and I can always cancel out of it. Cannot cancel out of that dash. Oh, they let him rearm. My mistake. I was just reflecting. You don't get better at things if you don't take time to actively reflect sometimes.
I'll just keep this on me.
We've already death defied. Unfortunately. And it is not reflected anywhere that I see in the UI. I just don't see it. This is nightmarish. They're making Binding of Isaac noises. We deal increased damage to armored enemies, though. Oh, dashed right into that. I should just consider that whole side off limits. Yeah, that one went really bad.
Got it. Here goes.
Just gonna chalk that up to not being familiar with those enemy types yet.
of the gods. Palmed up.
This will not go well.
Gentlemen.
Never beaten these two.
So, the Fiend returns to challenge us again, Asterius, despite having experienced such a thorough thrashing by us last time.
You know full well that wasn't a fair fight.
Silence, you monster! I'll hear no more such wicked lies. Prepare!
What is the matter, Fiend? Is your weak sense of resolve already shaken?
Targeted me.
Thank you, my fellow shades!
Sniped. Well, that strategy was working pretty well.
Against our might.
Hiding behind the pillars and just kind of focusing on the bull first.
I want a rematch now.
I do want a rematch.
What happened to Hypnos? I should check in with the house contractor.
Happened to everybody.
What? Go about your business, Zag. What if Lord Hades saw us chatting?
Turns out there's quite a lot of dead to fight down in the underworld.
Always happy to oblige. Especially when it causes me to risk my station.
Let's go over here. There's never anything there.
Gone, boy. She is gone. You are never going to locate her.
You mean Mother? How would you even know?
This is my final warning to you, boy. To see.
Sorry, Father. I'm not afraid of you.
That seems useful. Let's know what the boons are.
Work approved. The more I know about the boons I'm offered, the better off I'll be.
You will be better off, believe you me.
Oh, hello, Zagreus. I was just wondering if you had ever heard of any...
If it's any consolation, mate, I'm certain every single undead court musician serving in the throne room of the God of the Dead. Nix, this may be an odd question, but do you know what the fates may have in store for me?
The three fates are my daughters, yes.
Oh.
We got off on the wrong foot from the start. Just what happens when you're born of Titan blood, I guess. It's...
But they're your sisters. I mean, they're family.
You're more my sister than they are to me, dude.
Hey, look, I understand. I really do.
I can tell you, as a musician who lost the will to play, I can tell you why that happens. It's because it's, depending on the instrument you play, it can be very physiologically demanding and cause you horrific back problems.
Who am I to question fate? Good to have friends in low places.
10 keys. We could spend them here, or we could get a new weapon. I think I will prefer the new weapon.
Say, Skelly, don't suppose you'd care to tell me how the end...
Nope. Not any of my business, pal.
All right, maybe I will. This one. Exogryph, the rail of adamant. Annihilate all who oppose me.
It's a gun.
Anything good?
Almost.
Oh no, you've got a...
Yeah, boyo.
If you want to reload early, you've got to tap R. Otherwise, use the whole mag. You can bombard an area. Oh boy. This is like using the heavy bow gun in Monster Hunter. That's what this reminds me of.
That's a new one.
So we did Athena. I like her boons, so I'm gonna keep leveling that one up. I'm not using this Infernal Arm because I want to, necessarily. It's not my top choice. Special can deflect, cast can deflect, special can deflect. Our special is like... I don't see that working. I like Phalanx Shot though. This is going to take some getting used to. God. Oh, special doesn't actually use any ammo.
More brimstones. Thank the gods. Let's fire it up. More.
To not try to dash in. Because I don't need to dash in. I can stay at range for all of my attacks. That's something to get used to. Okay, the auto-targeting on that special, I guess I can override it. I thought I had another dash. I thought I'd be able to get off the spikes in time. That sucks.
The rail are in order.
Cool, no reloading. Let's try to remember to gift.
Not now.
Just become a nightmare. I'm not dealing... I have to split my focus between the ads and the boss. Sure, I have gifted. Not yet. Oh, no. Okay, there's the boons. Doom based.
Lord Ares.
You are a flatterer, my death inflicted.
You have my thanks, Lord Ares.
Dash, call, rage. Do Blade Rift.
This is my fight.
Huh.
What?
Interloper.
Okay. Just a bit longer.
No more of this buffoonery.
Need to save up for 10 keys so I can get the next tier of mirror upgrades. Much like this weapon, but that's okay.
Thanatos. I have arrived.
Just kill enemies as fast as I can, I guess.
I can hold my own.
I haven't, Zag. Now stand back.
Zeus.
Goodness, nephew, that's an offering indeed.
My thanks, Lord Uncle Zeus.
Your father must...
Chain lightning attack. Lightning bolt special. Revenge. I like that.
I've got to hand it to you, Zag.
Oh, they won't fear me once they get...
I'm not so sure about that.
Wretches.
Can just hold X. Don't need to tap it. Love that chain lightning. That's pretty cool. Where? Okay. I do have to mash B, but I don't have to mash X.
How foolhardy of you. Useless.
Keep getting confused by that red spinning thing, thinking it's something I have to avoid. Oh, still not quite enough for the shop. I do like that chain lightning.
The power of the gods.
I also like Phalanx shot, but I like that lightning strike most of all. Not going to be that useful on the boss, I think.
Symphony this time. Oh well.
Good job, Red Blood. You made it.
Wish you could join me, Electo.
Oh, you know, I'd rather have my eyes put out, but...
Yikes. Caught me by surprise.
I'm sorry.
She's just shooting projectiles while she runs, huh? Right onto the spikes.
Tell Meg I said hello.
And I forgot that there was that spinning thing to avoid. There was a spinning thing to avoid, and it wasn't my own. My mistake. How are we doing on that?
Next stop, Asphodel.
18 encounters.
Purge boons for coin. I'll just go on up. Got it. Be there soon, Bone Hydra.
Oh, come on. That was... Didn't realize those guys could shoot projectiles. And the screen was cluttered. I'm not sure why. I guess I didn't dash properly. Out of the way of that. Okay. He's shooting down the stairs and it went... Like, the entirety of the travel of that projectile was obscured by this stupid staircase here. So that... I blame the game for that. But I could have positioned myself better.
Now what?
A lot of choices. Key... Mostly interested in keys.
Let's get out of here. Burn fingers.
Just one more obol, and I would justify going to the shop.
Good enough.
So we are maining Zeus right now. We also have Athena, so we're kind of going with Zeus and Athena. We also have Ares. Zeus or Athena?
Fancy running into you again.
Just wanted my cast back. Oh, come on. Do not want to be missing casts in this area. So you will not easily get them back. Come on. There was an AoE on his stomp I wasn't expecting. Yes, this is what I wanted. Static discharge.
Time.
The on death got me. I'm expecting it when I'm in melee range, but I'm forgetting about it now that I'm in long range. Damn. Shoot. Off screen, those off screen projectiles. I was moving too slowly though. When you're fighting those guys, you gotta keep moving, otherwise that's gonna happen. I think that'll be what we want. I don't know what Zeus does if I pick... I don't know what Ares does if I pick Zeus. I don't know. So I'm gonna find that out. I know what Zeus does, and I tend to not do good. Don't use my special that much. Do I dash just before getting hit? How often am I doing that? I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Apologies, Lord Ares. Here comes his wrath.
It's a pretty big arena. The problem was when I was fighting, when I had Zeus active, I was last time I got an arena like this, it was kind of cramped, so it was a lot harder to avoid. Again, not using special that much, at least not now. Main reason is because it's slow and the enemies are moving around so much that it just never hits anything, so I'm gonna go with that. Alright, we can finally go to the shop.
I'll pay for that.
Really? I love that duo abilities is the thing. That's really cool. This is kind of, as I always say, quick reload is kind of middling because you do increase damage when it's stuck, but you do a lot of damage when you hit with a cast. What about hyper sprint? I don't like things that mess with my move speed, to be honest. I feel it's gonna throw me off in future runs. Let's try quick reload, because you can't neglect how much damage a cast hit does.
Don't you, Charon? I'll just have a look around. I wouldn't mess with me if I were you.
Can spam that cast a lot more frequently. I gotta remember that they can do that smash. I did not remember. Oops. For the smash. Ah, nowhere to go. That other cast. Just got hit by it again. That stomp is my nemesis. So I guess the trick with the special is you can dash cancel after it.
Enough.
So that's the trick to using the special effectively. Dash cancel. That way you're not locked into that animation for as long.
Earning my keep.
Even more.
Floor. Yes. Nice and cool up here. More bright swords.
I think this is going to be a good weapon against the sword guys. Provided I remember that I have to finish them off. Chariots. Respect them. Seems stupid, but they'll get ya. Practicing that dash canceling. That special.
Power.
What's this?
The gods despise us, each in turn, to have divided us like this.
something wrong there, sir? I mean, shouldn't you be up and about, competing for eternal pride and glory and all?
What's the use? Let's say we fought, if anybody asks. Now go.
Get my Death Defiance back. Have I even used a Death Defiance? I don't think I... Oh, it's there above the health bar. Finally, I see it. See, because I never look for it until it's gone. But I can see it down on the bottom left. That's that icon. So I don't need it. Restore HP. Sure.
Thanks a lot.
I won't be needing that.
I'll take this one.
I can see that
The war is
being a little bit more useful.
delicious.
Definitely Phalanx shot. Not really a god I've been going for, so I'm just gonna stick with Palm. Damn. Again, just too much stuff happening on screen sometimes, especially in Elysium. Those traps can be really beneficial. I gotta respect the trap kills more. Just they aren't really an option until you aren't completely overwhelmed by what's going on. More cast damage. I think we're going in on that because, man, that, what was it called? Easy recall? Lets us get the casts out sooner. That really has been useful. I finally realized its utility. How many more areas are we going to go through? Are we ever really going to benefit from Obols again in this entire run? I don't know. I might just not bother. Thought it could outrun it. That sucks.
Let's deal some death.
No, dash. Okay. I need to remember to input a direction when I dash. That's
Not yet.
something I was screwing up. He's like, why is he dashing forward? That's not where I want to go. Well, I wasn't inputting a direction.
Power of Olympus.
Increase cast damage, yes please. Oh, the spears. Stay away from those guys.
Damn, he's recovered.
Please, can I have that back? Oh, come on. Not only does he recover, but he instantly attacks me. Oh, the chariots. 2 of them. What am I? I can't just outrun them. So that's my mistake, thinking that I can. We have these nice little choke points. Let's use them.
Regenerating.
God, what is happening? The attack that doesn't stagger. Attack, special attack, deals damage in an area and slows, bounces to an additional foe. Let's do area. Ugh. So much damage taken on that floor. Really struggled. Just those chariots, I thought that I could outrun them. We got these traps here. Any chariots. Where did my cast go? These rooms are getting tough. Too tough for me. I guess we would have had one more opportunity for the shop, but would we have had enough money for it? I don't know. Oh.
Hear me on my authority.
Chain lightning bounces.
Asterius, Theseus.
What hope have you?
Best not belittle him.
Oh, I am perfectly alert.
You have a lot of nerve, Hellspawn, but little else.
Oh, shoot. I can't get my casts on him.
I swear I'll get you yet.
What is the aiming doing? Oh, it's bouncing. Can't lob it over these.
You know that, don't you?
Oh, what? The isometric perspective strikes again.
The gods are helping him.
Oh, it was pretty close, but I'm not used to fighting him specifically.
God, that no good loudmouth Theseus.
Especially the fact that the casts, he's like, I guess I have to really get the timing right in order to be able to hit him with those.
You're late with your report, Hypnos. Again.
Oh, well, let's see. I woke up, I don't know what time.
Get to the blasted point already.
Sure, I was just getting to it, Master. My list, I found it over by the lounge. It was inside, but I am not the one who put it there, no sir. So I've been...
Enough. Blood and darkness, that's enough from you. Just see to it the ledger of the...
You've done it now, Hypnos.
Thought I'd put in a house contractor order to keep that codex of yours sorted, lad. Now that you know some...
Yes, that should definitely come in handy, sir.
Keep at it.
Here you go. I'll be on the lookout for this when I'm in the area. I'm hereby authorizing this expenditure, and I look forward to seeing the result.
It's awfully quiet here, you know.
Look, if you decide to start strumming on that lyre again, I'm sure...
If you insist, my friend.
You have met most of your Olympian relatives by now, child.
They all still think I'm headed to join them on Olympus. That's...
They are helping you because you are family.
It's getting complicated pretty fast. Do so. Turns out that I may be stopping back from time... Goodbye.
Well, how was it up there, Zagreus? Within Elysium? You'll have to tell us all about it every time the greatest strike you down.
You've never been there, have you? It's...
How poetic. You could have visited as part of your responsibilities.
Yeah. It's only ever Thanatos or Meg up there.
Well,
was bound to happen.
let's finish things up here.
Nice to have my ancient legendary weapons there.
I have enough keys now. Is there anything else to spend them on?
Might want to check your stash of weapons. So the strangest thing happened while you were out, boyo. One of your weapon holders...
Calm down, Skelly. I'm sure whatever it is...
That's just it. Those weapons of yours, they have seen some real business, pal.
I should go check it out. What in blazes? Exegriff, you're telling me your secrets.
So you can upgrade the weapons. We are going to hold off on that. And that costs Titan's Blood, but this costs keys.
How else can I improve?
Max life? Absolutely.
I can't do that yet. Felt that, I think.
Well, I suppose that's gonna do it for this time. Got almost another successful run, but those, that guy with the spear and the shield, man, that really threw me for a loop because I was relying so much on cast damage and I couldn't really hit him with cast damage. He was able to shield it every time, so hard countered.
Another keepsake.
But next time we'll probably try a different weapon, upgrade it with Titan's Blood, and see where the run takes us. Thank you for watching. And that's going to do it for the stream as well. Getting to be that time of day for eating of lunch. So thanks for those of you who tuned in, and no slight to those who do not care for the Hades content, because I personally do not enjoy watching it that much. It's one of those games, there's quite a few games like this where they're abysmal to watch and moderately fun to play. That describes Hades for me. But you know, I'm not basing what I stream based on necessarily what people want to see, unless there's like huge demand for something out of the blue. I guess I could see myself being swayed in that direction. But when I play games, I just want to stream. I want to stream what I would decide to play if I wasn't streaming. Just how I've been doing things lately, and who knows? Who knows if that'll change and if I'll start having games that I stream and games that I don't, and I'll be picking what games I stream based on what people like or dislike. I don't know. I don't really want... I always just wanted the streaming to just be, hey, I'm playing games, why don't I stream it? Rather than like, oh, I'm gonna stream and I'm gonna grow the channel, I'm gonna expand. I don't want to turn it into a grind, a hustle, a job, anything like that. I absolutely do not want to do that unless there's some sort of huge opportunity that comes along where that makes sense. And I don't see that happening anytime soon. So, streaming, my hobby, it is. Even if some of those games are not as fun to watch. So that's going to do it. Videos coming out every day, including a successful Jupiter Hell run. If you didn't catch the stream of that, you'll see that sometime soon. And I will see you later, possibly later today. Actually, quite likely later today. Goodbye.